the sun on my face. I'm sleeping rough off the road. I'll tell you all about it when I get home. Come around to meet you the long way down.
We're going to ride 15,000 miles through 18 countries.
From John O'Groats through Europe and into Africa.
Across Libya to Egypt, following the Nile south into the Sudan.
Crossing the equator and over to the Skeleton Coast.
Arriving in Cape Town 85 days later.
We're going to give these guys video cameras, and they'll also have cameras with microphones on their crash helmets so they can film as they're riding along.
Oh, there's a bit of tarmac. Oh, look at that.
A third motorcycle will travel with them, and on that motorcycle will be Claudio, a cameraman. In addition, Russ and I will travel in 2 4x4s with Jimmy, another cameraman, Di, our medic, and Jim, a cameraman who will help with security. We'll be filming the guys from the vehicles, linking up with them at borders, but otherwise the motorcycles will be on their own.
So we should start with Tunisia.
I think it is quite a bit further than everyone's thought.
So we take this motorway down here onto this B72 down to
Duga.
There are realities and there are concerns and safety issues we're constantly worried about.
Okay, we've got a situation.
The dangers are human dangers.
The likelihood of going through without any problems is remote. We haven't got the Libyan visas, so at the moment we can't get into Libya.
John O'Groats to Cape Town. Wonder what it'll feel like to be riding into Cape Town.
Last one to leave. Looks like I've kind of been left behind.
For 4 days we've been riding our bikes down from John O'Groats, testing out our gear. Now we're leaving London and there's no turning back.
See you soon. Thanks, Russ.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time now, and although I'm sad to be leaving, I'm really excited about what's ahead. That's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming to see us off.
And hopefully you'll be thinking of us, not out of sight, out of mind.
But thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you!
Bye, girls. Bye. Okay, let's go. God, I got a good wheelie off the line. Jesus, I can't believe we're off. I cannot believe we're doing this. I can't believe we're doing it. Charlie, I can't believe we're doing it, man. What are we doing, man? It's just fantastic. It's just another trip. Since I spoke to Ollie last night, I was all nervous and on Twitter and all over the place. And she says, you've got to really enjoy this trip, she said. And it's a really special moment. It's a special thing to be able to do. Thank you, Ollie, for giving me those words of wisdom last night. And for being so brave and so amazing. And for the shag as well. Cool. I suddenly had a little pang of like, oh God, we're leaving the island, we're leaving Britain, you know. It's kind of nice though. It's good, it's good, it's good.
All the way to the front. Next stop, France.
Look, we're here, underwater, and we're going to here, but Dijon is there. I mean, the idea was to get to Dijon, but it's a long way from Dijon. Then we'd go maybe normal roads to get to the Mont Blanc tunnel. Anyway, I mean, I'm thinking we're stopping around here, maybe.
Oh, really?
A bit
What have we
further
got
up.
there? Saint-Dizier.
I'm so tired already. Ready for another 300 miles?
Yeah, bring it on. 300 miles for breakfast.
If we're looking for a slightly earlier stop today, a cathedral city is probably as good as any to look for somewhere to stay. Yeah, I think that's the cathedral up there on the right.
Is that the cathedral up there on the right, is it, Russ, I'm filming?
Yeah.
I don't think it looks like we've got mapping for Italy.
We must have it because it's there.
All right, let's try. I tell you what we do have mapping for, though, is we do have mapping for France.
We're basically trying to get to the Moto Guzzi factory on Lake Como on Friday. If we miss it, it won't be open, and you know we have to get there midday Friday, I would say at the latest, which means quite a lot of riding to do.
So we've got to decide whether it's worth riding all that distance, or do we take a more leisurely time and not go to the Moto Guzzi factory, basically.
No, but the question is, do you do 400 miles tomorrow?
Time, suddenly find ourselves under terrible pressure to get on all the time. The distances are just massive to try and keep up with the kind of schedule that we want to get to. I don't know, it just seems like just a manic rush to get down there all the time, to get to Tunisia, to get anywhere.
So it's the morning of our second day in France, and today we've got the big push right there down to the Mont Blanc tunnel. I've just opened the door and look. It's raining. Bugger.
Looks like it's been raining all night. God. Oh, sorry. Luckily we're in a hotel. It's not going to be a nice ride.
Thought we'd had enough of the rain, I must say. If anything, it's getting worse.
It's really heavy now, isn't it?
If anything, it's getting worse.
Gentlemen, mount your Roadmaster bicycles. Here we go, off to Mont Blanc in the rain.
You was going to iPod mode. I've got into iPod mode, so I'll see you on the other side.
Unfortunately, because of the itinerary we've got to keep making miles up during the day. Otherwise, we won't get through to the ferry from Sicily to Tunisia.
These trips put you to the test, whether we've got a little bit of comfort in these cars or if we stay in a comfortable hotel, it's still difficult.
The good thing is that the guys went off on their own on the bikes today, and we travel on around, do our own thing, and they travel and they do their thing.
One that I love, I dream of sad. One that I love, I dream of sad.
Beautiful town, Dijon. I've been there many times. I filmed there. Of course, what we're doing is just riding straight past it in the rain on this motorway. My feet are like in one of those spa bubble hot things, but without the hot and the bubbles. Or the spa.
Pissing with rain. They're just raining.
Be mindful of your thoughts, they betray you. So Charlie, how do you feel about the whole situation?
I think I've got a bit of heat stroke.
I'm way up my arms, inside up to past the elbow.
Ah, il est jaloux, hein. Ah, il pleut jamais en Angleterre.
Ah, voilà.
Que du soleil.
Que du soleil. Nous ici aussi d'ailleurs.
I took my rain shoes out of the locker in our office, and I was just about to put them in the pannier, and Charlie went, "Never, you need those, mate. You're not going to need those." So I went, "Oh yeah," and put them away.
It was just another thing to carry, was it? Oh.
Don't listen to Charlie. It's the motto of that story.
There's any way to wipe away all the pain from that rain over and over again.
This is the Mont Blanc tunnel. Oui, oui, pas de problème. Le tunnel de Mont Blanc. Yeah, it's a little warmer in here, thank God. So cold. I'm so cold and wet.
We're heading to Aosta and in the Italian Alps, and then tomorrow morning we're going to wake up and go to the Moto Guzzi factory, which is just outside of Lake Como. And that'll be a much shorter riding day, which will be good.
God, here we go, back into the pouring rain. And we're in Italy. We're cruising down. We're hopefully going to find somewhere to stay soonish and get in and try and get some of this stuff dry.
This is crazy. We just made really good time to get to the Mont Blanc tunnel, and all of our GPSs.
The castle up on the right, the big turrets.
Oh my god, we're going back the same way again.
they're here now.
It's crazy.
We were supposed to stay in a hotel just like 4 or 5 kilometers outside the thing, but we took a wrong turn because all the roads sort of almost go on top of each other. The GPS couldn't read it properly. So we ended up miles away going down through all these endless tunnels.
Hey guys, what do you think we just get the hell out of here, follow this road the way we want to go, and just get it? Because this system of roads is crazy unless somebody knows where we're going.
Just go for it. I mean, I'll just follow you. I'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. Let's head for Lake Como route and just find somewhere on the way.
Maybe this is the moment de blanc in the tunnel.
It's quite a tiring day today, actually. Yeah, so that's drying. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully drying the boot out. And just drying out the mat bag. That's all my riding gear. I'm just about to put the hairdryer to it now. I must say it was really good to get into a hotel. I had a shower, and I can't tell you how long the shower was.
That is unbelievably warm. That was a very long, wet, cold day. And it feels very good to be in the shower and to be getting warm. We blasted through France, and in a way it's a shame we had to do that. But what are you going to do? We are in a bit of a rush, so I suppose we just have to take it as it comes.
It's a beautiful sunny day. I don't know if you can see through here, but look at that. That is the view from our window. Anyway, because yesterday was so wet, the boots just haven't had a chance to dry, so the trick is to use one of these plastic bags. You just stick the plastic bag on here. You get some boots like this. And you put plastic bag. And that gives you a nice dry foot. And then because it's such a pretty day, by tomorrow the boot will be dry.
Today we ride from here to the Moto Guzzi factory, which is on Lake Como, and it's I think 150, 160 miles or something. So a nice kind of gentle ride. We'll get there by 2 o'clock or something.
So we're going to go there and enjoy this beautiful sunny day, because it's the first sunny day we've had since we started the trip, really.
I just saw this couple lying in this field sunbathing, and she was topless, believe it or not. Just a beautiful day.
This is like driving through someone's throat. Miles of these tunnels. Fantastic fun. It's a bit like some weird, crazy video game, you know? Ah, I love it. Look at that.
We should be getting up to very close now to the factory. Yeah, to the factorio. Here we go. We are over the lake and far away.
My first big bike was a Moto Guzzi, and I've always loved Guzzis. And seeing as we're going down through Italy, I'm really excited to see the place where Guzzis are born.
Hello, bonjour. Nice to meet you.
Daniele, how are you?
Moto Guzzi. That's the old V8.
Exactly.
It was won the Isle of Man TT, and an amazing bike.
This is a bike that Moto Guzzi used during 1953, 1957.
It's very light. I mean, it feels very light.
So you think we get the panniers on these and probably make it to Cape Town on these?
Oh, I can't believe how comfortable the seat is compared to the one I'm on at the moment. I'm riding to Cape Town on a seat that's as hard as that floor, and I sit on this, it's like, oh.
Right, yeah. So I'll give a little present to yourself when you get back, you know?
This is the old wind tunnel. I mean, they used to fire it up. It made all the lights in the village go down, so they banned them from using it anymore. What they've done is they kept the old stuff, and they built a new plant further up the way there.
For the assembly of the bike, it takes about 1 hour, 20 minutes. And it starts at the end of this assembly line here. By the time it gets to here,
it's ready. Then it goes into this room over here, where it gets the engine fired up, make sure that everything works and the gears work and stuff. So 1 hour, 20 minutes, 10,000 a year.
They used to have a track of 400 meters, did you say?
420 meters.
420 meters.
And it's
And a big load.
Would you like to try a trip around?
Okay. ...420 meters, and the test riders used to go around here on all the models, and they would get up to 135 kilometers an hour, which is like 85 miles an hour, on this tiny little ring.
What a view! Early in the morning, cranking up.
Isn't it lovely? I'm so glad we came here, it's brilliant. That's us leaving the Moto Guzzi factory. We had a fantastic time. Walking in that engine room was fantastic. Bloody hell. Great, anyway, here we go. We're going to push on for a couple of hours. And I have to say, I'm really looking forward to having a bit of a ride, get some air through the old jacket. Quite sweaty and hot now. The other guys have gone down to Rome or wherever and left us to our own devices. So we thought we'd camp somewhere. And either we'll find a campground, if we can, that's what we're looking for, or we'll just find a farm and ask the farmer if we can camp there. But we've got coordinates for one.
Sort of back up that way.
We're here.
We're here.
So we go there and then...
So he's just ringing up to see if any of these campsites are open. He's going to try on his phone, which is very nice of him, isn't it?
Very, very nice.
Grazie.
Phone Lucy in London, get her to book us into a campsite. No, just ask that guy over there.
Isn't that great? Nice people. Arrivederci.
Thanks very much. Okay, so now we have to find the right spot, Charlie.
Another long day.
Could be the night to christen the pea bottle tonight. I've got danger tape on it so everyone knows to leave it well alone.
I'm all confused.
We're so experienced now at the camp, you know?
If you can do Silverstone, man, I mean, you can do anywhere, really. You know what I mean, you? I got some more sausage there if there's not much left over.
The pan down in case you're going to see it come out.
Have you ever lit a fart? No, isn't that filming? No, it's gone. Keep up the standby. Because it's coming.
Keep it on standby.
How are you? Fine. I have my hand full.
I'm Ewan.
I'm Francine.
Nice to meet you, Francine.
Hello, I'm Walter.
Hi, Walter. How are you?
We are bikers too.
Yeah.
And I have some spaghettis.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice.
Look at that. And cheese.
3 forks.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And spaghettis.
Wow. That's so
No
kind of you.
problem.
Where are you from?
Switzerland. I'm sure you're hungry.
I'm starving.
We've gone from the top of Scotland, in John O'Groats, to Cape Town.
Oh, you want to go to Cape Town?
Yeah.
We went down to Cape Town. Then we travel up to Dar es Salaam.
Wow.
With the motorcycles.
On motorcycles? Well, that's amazing. How fortuitous to meet you, having done some of the journey.
53.643.
We're getting some GPS points and addresses of places in Malawi, campsites and stuff.
And that means from here it's 6,735 kilometers till you get there. Oh.
Wow. So we're going along.
We're mourning about doing 350 tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Walter.
Hey, bye.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice time.
Nice to see you, Francine.
We
Thank you
see
so
you.
much. We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you in the morning.
We'll come up. Okay, ciao.
Thank you.
No, no.
I kept wanting to fart over there and I was holding it in and holding it in. You get it? Really trying hard there as well, isn't it?
Let's have a little replay. Look, here we go. Here goes, look.
No, it's a talented day.
Not just a pretty face, Charlie, that's for sure. Not just a pretty face. We go to Siena for lunch, and then we go to Rome. 346 miles.
I was looking at the planner today, and it shows the kind of days off in red. And the next one was in on the boat at the bottom of Lake Nasser. Take care.
Have a nice trip.
Happy travels.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. We'll see you
3 times.
3 times in Switzerland. Okay. Like the Dutch. All right, guys. Take care.
Day 8. It's day 7. Day 6.
Yesterday was day 7. It was a week today we rolled.
Hey, look at this beauty. Alfa Romeo. It's rather beautiful, that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Woo-hoo-hoo! Sienna for lunch. There's obviously some vintage car rally on at the moment. There's so many beautiful cars around.
Oh, look at this church. That is incredible.
We've just by chance come across the Mille Mille rally with these amazing old vintage cars are going through the town. How do you as a passenger get in?
Quite a new one, really.
But look at it, it looks like a bunch of chippies came and knocked it up for a movie set about a couple of months ago, doesn't it? Look, it's all built on top of each other.
I mean, I'd say 10 a penny, really, but...
Yeah, Glasgow,
Coventry,
Edinburgh, York, Stevenage.
They've all got one.
Everyone's got a square like this. Should we go to Rome then?
Yeah, it's great.
Rome, here we come. This is the oldest road in Italy.
This is the Via Appia that I believe was in the front cover of my Latin book when I was at school. I seem to recall. It's about the only thing I do remember of my Latin lessons. But
Yeah, lovely. It's amazing to be riding on a road that's so old, you know. I mean, it's tested our suspension. It's quite bumpy, don't get me wrong, but you can see where the carts have been going over thousands of years, you know. The cobbles are all smoothed off. Very nice.
When in Rome.
We're riding with the boys this morning to go around the Colosseum and some of the sites here. At the moment, we're still trying to find our feet, whether we should be travelling together or letting the guys ride on their own, etc. You know, we haven't settled into a routine yet.
an Egyptian pyramid in the middle of Rome. It's not real. It's made of plaster of Paris. You don't want to believe everything you read in the tourist brochures, you know what I mean?
No, it's not the Colosseum.
I think we're completely stuck in the middle of Rome. Gridlock in the middle of Rome. It's like that thing out of the Italian job. I mean, look, this is just, we're all like this. Italian traffic! It's madness. It's chaos.
Let's get the fuck out of here. I mean, I love Rome and everything, but let's go. Jesus Christ.
I must say it's quite nice just to get on the open road a bit again. I was getting very hot and bothered and all that kind of stuff, so it was nice to get on the move and be on our way. We've got about a 2.5-hour drive now to get to just past Napoli and then down to the Amalfi Coast, which is just stunning.
2,514.9 miles to John O'Groats. This is Sorrento. This is great fun. What a great place. And you go, sir, the ice creams.
Oh, nice little ice cream there. Yummy, yummy, yummy ice cream.
This place is unbelievable, it's fantastic. Look at the buildings on the right, just clinging onto the rocks. Incredible roads after days of straight motorways. I mean, this is just what the doctor ordered. And it's kind of bum-clenchingly dangerous as well. You mess up one of these corners, you go straight over the wall and down you go.
Whoa! Just popped out. Jesus.
There's a lot of snogging going on this road, you know, it's fantastic. Every lay-by, there's people snogging and kissing. There's a great deal of love and affection going on in Italy. I love it.
I'm good. This is our 9-hour, 3-hour trip from Rome to the beach. 9 hours later, but with what a coastline, unbelievable. But after about 3 hours of it, you're like, all right, any chance of a straight bit with no fucking cars on it?
The long way round team wind their weary way through the crowds of marauding Italian partygoers. The intrepid adventurers, too tired to think, too scared to stretch out on the road.
There's nothing like camping in Italy because they actually love cooking for you, you know?
You think over there?
These ladies are going to prepare dinner for us. How nice is that?
Salsa con pomodoro naturale. Olio di oliva italiana. Bravo. Vedi basilico, salsa naturale, appena fatta, con basilico fresco.
Well, it's very good. It's cool when you're with hospitable people like this and cook for you. Well, isn't it?
She wouldn't let us leave without fruits and nuts. They're so nice, aren't they, Charlie?
Ma che è dietro? Gli spazzolini, che è?
Microfono, lui registra tutto che ti dice, vero? Registra tutto.
We're just going to get to Sicily tonight. We'll camp somewhere, I guess, and then we'll blat across to Palermo, and then we'll have tomorrow afternoon in Palermo, and then we're going to Africa the next day.
We're going to Africa the next day. I think I've sort of come to sort of terms with the fact that, you know, as we go through the country, we've got to just choose a piece.
At one point, we were having 3 days in Sicily because we just thought, I've never been to Sicily before in my life, and as it happens, we're just going to go burn across it, which is a shame.
I absolutely think the schedule's too tight. I think we fucked up on the schedule.
Part of the reason that there's tension and pressure at the moment is that there's one ferry that goes from Egypt to Sudan. It's the only way of crossing the border, and it only goes once a week. And if we miss it, it puts our schedule back massively.
I think people are controlling themselves a little bit, you know, containing themselves. It's kind of what I feel, is that just everybody's, you know, trying to stay inside their skin a little bit.
We've got quite a long way, about 270 odd miles. Just need to barrel through, sadly. Just grit our teeth and get on with it, really.
Here we are, just me and Saint. I don't know what Saint it is, but it's very nice to have him along for the ride.
Ciao. That's nice.
Down to the southern tip of Italy, almost down to the end of the boot.
We've made it all the way down to the edge of mainland Italy, and we're just about to cross over to Sicily.
So this is our ferry coming in. Let's take us over to Sicily. From Reggio to Sicily.
Reggio.
€6 this thing will take.
Yeah.
That's really cheap, isn't it? To get to
18. I don't suppose we'll get strappage for that, will we?
Get to have the day off in Palermo tomorrow, and then the next morning we've sailed to Africa.
Sicily, how fantastic. so thrilling to be somewhere new and doubly thrilling to have ridden here on my motorbike, you know. If we can get to Palermo tonight, that gives us the whole day tomorrow to kind of get everything ready for Africa. So, right, let's see what it's like here, the driving.
That's how to exercise a horse.
Just waiting to load up now and get ready for getting the ferry tomorrow at the other side of the island.
I love the south of Italy. I think it's really crazy. I feel a real passion for life, and riding around you get a real sense of vitality. I just love it here. I think it's really exciting. It's made me reflect on Britain, thinking we're a bit buttoned down and there's so many rules and laws and you can't do this and you can't do that, to the point where everyone's so afraid to have any fun.
Now here we are at the edge of Italy and in Sicily, and ready tomorrow morning off to Africa. So a little bit pensive about that, a little bit, you know, not quite sure what to come, but you know, it's all going to be cool.
I embarked on this journey in complete excitement about Africa, and then was scared by several people who we met or encountered through our prep who scared the bejesus out of us. And then I've realised that, well, if that's the case, then you shouldn't go. Either you do it or you don't go, you know? And I think you have to give yourself into it and you take it as it comes. And if there's scary things that happen, then there are scary things that happen. And that's why you're out there, in a sense. You're out there for adventure, and it becomes a question of how you deal with the situation you're in. You can't control what's going to happen. And the whole point is that you're out there to let what happens happen. That's why you're here. If you knew it was going to be a safe and smooth passage all the way down there, would there be any point doing it? You know, I don't know.
There's no ferry today.
Such a bad liar.
Ewan's forgotten his passport, he's just forgotten his motorcycling jacket, so now we're wondering what the third thing is that he's forgotten. Or will forget.
Grazie, ciao.
Russ did a lot of running around and signing of carnets and whatever was done, and here we are, so that's good. Off to Tunisia.
Although we're heading for Africa, one problem we still haven't solved is getting the Libyan visas for the Americans.
I don't think that I'm going to be getting the American visas.
Dave, doesn't look like you're going to get the visas.
Are you pulling my leg?
No.
Can you take your sunglasses off when you tell me?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Really?
Well, I'm a bit gutted that Dave and Jimmy can't come to Libya because it's quite a big deal, you know? But it's a blow. I'm sure that he's gutted, Dave. I'm sure he is.
Okay, just going to go through the safety, security stuff that everyone's got for the Africa side of it. Quite often in Africa, it'll just go pear-shaped, like fairly quick.
I suppose I'm a little nervous in the security briefing, I suppose a little bit. Jim was talking about when things in Africa kick off, there don't seem to be any of the normal signs that something is about to go off, but it just happens very, very quickly. So I suppose that made me a little bit nervous, just thinking about what that might be.
Kenya, where you've got the big groups of Somalis and people coming in doing all the poaching, you know, they were working in 30, 40 man armed groups, fully tooled up like a platoon. So they'll then think, oh, well, we've got all these guns, let's do a bit of robbery on the side. And that's probably our biggest threat.
I think we were all very tired, and I think what we're talking about is what to do if something goes wrong. And I suppose that makes people nervous and therefore anxious.
You know, disease doesn't choose whether you're a high-profile person or a low-profile person. Disease just gets you. The two big risks we've got going through these countries is road traffic collisions, as Jim's already mentioned, and disease.
What's the protocol on not pulling wheelies?
Bring it on, let's say.
No wheelies, just lay down the wall, Dad.
Charlie, you're at big risk of having an RTA by pulling wheelies all the time. I can't say don't pull a wheelie.
What about Blackberry?
But we're talking about wheelies now.
No,
it's a completely different thing. I'm not calling my girlfriend, for Christ's sake.
Don't take it personally.
No, we're directing
I'm saying
it. I told you
what it goes out on the thing.
It.
And that's all I'm saying. And I'm saying happy, in a very light-hearted way, I'm saying if I give up the wheelies, what is everybody else doing?
No, I was making a serious point, by the way, because I don't like the fact you're pulling wheelies.
Or you veer up because you're using the phone and you crash.
You know, I'm seriously just
or
saying
you drive
that,
too fast.
Yeah, I'm not trying to knock you fun. I'm really not.
Oh, I know that. Okay, I'll think about it. Think about it.
You got your family at home, you got your kids and everything.
I must say I was feeling very sort of edgy and jumpy, kind of worried about Africa, and I was looking at some of the mileage that we have to do in some of these countries, and it's kind of just mad.
It was a very strange boat trip, like a 10.5 hours on this boat, but it was quite weird what happened. We all kind of fell out at one point. It's just going to happen when you've got 8 guys traveling together. People are going to fall out. It's just going to be the way it is. It's always over silly little things like that.
Well, here we are, we're in Tunisia, we're out of the border. That was a little bit tricky, the border.
We just left the customs, having given the customs guy 4 bottles of vodka in a plastic bag. God almighty, right off the boat, fleeced at customs. Anyway, here we are, on my BMW bike that I rode down from John O'Groats. And I'm now in Africa with my mates, and that just feels good. We stayed in the hotel at night just because it was late by the time we got through customs and everything, and then took off the next day and left the guys because Dave and Jimmy couldn't get their Libyan visa, and they were trying to do last-minute attempts to get the visa so that they could come with us through Libya.
Why even bother? If we don't get the reference numbers, we're not even going to try.
What did he say?
That the Tunisian don't let them pass the other one. The problem is that the Libyan will take your passport and you will stay there till they clear the thing. So maybe it will take very, very long time.
We're not going to you can't get stuck 2 borders, Dave, whatever happens. That's a crazy risk.
I'm not going to hold the expedition up for this. We'll send the bikes through and the cars through. Everybody has their visa. Fine. And then after that, the Americans will try to get in.
So let's see what the day holds in store for us. We're going to head down to El Jam and then have a look at the Roman ruins there, the Colosseum and such, and then maybe try and find somewhere to camp on the sea, which would be really nice.
I've been told, well, there's a nice place on the side of the road to have some nice lunch. Apparently very nice lamb you can get on the grill.
Personally, rather have a little cutlet.
Uh-oh, don't fancy you as much. It's very, very hot. It's our first day in Africa. I'm absolutely melting already. There's nothing compared to what it'll be like in the Sudan.
Yum, yum, yum. They say this Roman ruin is a little bit better preserved than the one in Rome because it's much drier and there's less pollution and all this kind of stuff around the same period of time.
What, Roman period?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Can you imagine the noise? Everyone breathe.
Thank you.
Blood.
Thank you.
You can imagine the noise of people screaming and spaying for somebody's blood down below, some poor so-and-so being eaten by a lion. It was an incredible place.
It was very hot, actually, thinking about it. I mean, it was 36 degrees at one stage and I was just sweating away. It was lovely to have a camp here, and we went down to the beach and rode a little bit off and this bit of sand was nice to do that as well. It's good.
Our first African camp, Charlie. Hey!
They're fucking great, yeah.
I think it's good.
Oh, this pub reminds me of home. I just heated my tent.
You're amazing.
Could you say that with conviction, please?
You're amazing.
No, really.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Hang on, no. You're amazing. We camped here last night. It was really nice. The boys joined us a bit later on.
So what's up? Are you guys crossing the border today?
Try and just burn on today. I just want to try and avoid seeing any of Tunisia. I want to avoid trying to get to know its people or seeing any of its landmarks. I just want to get into Libya, and then I want to do the same thing in Libya. I want to burn through Libya. I don't want to meet anybody or see anything. But I want to burn down to Cape Town and try and avoid meeting anyone or seeing anything on the way. And then we get to Cape Town with a huge party and everyone thinks we're great.
It's all a bit, well, we should go here, maybe. Good.
Having said all that, we should get on though. I don't know, I'm aware of this desire to push on all the time, It gets a bit annoying after a while because you think, well, we came here to see stuff. We didn't come here just to get to Cape Town.
I wish that I could run away. I wish I had a chance to say that.
My worry is that we just, don't experience enough of the country we're going through, but at the same time we've got this time restraint, and what do you do?
C'est mon ami Charlie. Charlie et Johan. Moto rouge, moto bleu, zebra, ici, regarde.
Absolutely gorgeous road as well, look at this. Woo-hoo. Fantastic. Today we're going to head down to that place where they shot the first Star Wars film, where they shot the stuff with Luke Skywalker and his Uncle Owen and whatever, and we'll have a look at that, and then I guess we'll assess what time it is there and whether we try and get across the Libyan border or not. And Charlie just came on the radio and said, "Yeah, you're going home, Obi-Wan." That made me laugh. So up here is the Star Wars set from the original movie. There it is. That's brilliant. They've just kept it all since then, since the 70s. Amazing.
Especially they've redone it a few times as well. What do you reckon?
They painted it, but all the pipes and all that stuff is what they did, isn't it? In the set.
Yeah. Just drain pipes, wasn't it?
Bits of hair dryers. Those hand dryers.
Yes.
You can see the hand dryer funnels on the sets everywhere. Here, Charlie, look.
Oh. Here.
You're right, they have changed the look.
I mean, look, the piping is still there.
All this garbage is gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad we made the effort to come here. You could have easily just decided, oh, we'll just push on, But it's been great. I think Ewan's really enjoyed it as well. Such a big thing in his life to have done 3 of these movies. Star Wars bar. Do you think they've got those little monkey things in there? It's an iconic thing. And so to come back where it all started is pretty impressive. It's only one of the few touristy things I enjoyed doing, actually. I don't think anyone has recognised you at all, which is kind of cool. I think maybe people's minds are fried from the heat, Mine certainly has.
Rather arrogantly thought I'd be mobbed. It's just like this contest, but
you say disappointed. I understand.
Anyway, what can you do? Obviously, the Star Wars Playhouse has turned it into a bit of a tourist draw, and there's some amazing views, and people do live underground here and stuff. So, but it's a different vibe. People come up and want to take you around and show you things. And there was a guy come up on his bike and was like, I take you to a troglodyte house.
In the summer, it gets like 50 degrees. he was saying, and then their families moved back into the troglodytes because it's nice and cool. Wow. Oh my God.
How did they get in?
We jump. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Before we are from here, we live in this house.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's bloody good work. She has a lovely face.
She's got a very smiley face, yeah.
We're just going now the back route.
Instead of going all the way down on the main road and then down, we decided to cut across over these kind of mountain roads, and they turned out to be real old dirt tracks. Fantastic fun to ride on.
This is where all the New Zealanders built this road to get all the army in to flank the Germans and eventually win the war.
Mad name.
We're leaving for the Libyan border in the morning, so I don't think I'm going to get my visas on the split. I guess there's really not much else to do.
And I'm very, very disappointed. Yeah, I'm just fucking disappointed.
And I just want to disappear, so it's just not, so it's not an issue, because I think everybody's been worried about it and everybody's been trying hard, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'm just going to get to the airport and just get to Cairo, and then we'll drive to the border and meet up in a few days. It's funny because 3 days doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're living like we're living, 3 days is a lot of time.
So that leaves Di, Jim and me with 2 cars and the 3 bikes to try and get over tomorrow. What we thought we'd do is just sit down, calm everything down, have a cup of tea and then look at all the papers that we've got to present at the border. Tunisia first, then we'll talk about Libya. Is that okay? Shall I get going on it?
Let's
Is that
crack
right?
in, yeah.
Just had a bit of briefing about what we should and shouldn't do and make sure all our documents are lined up because it's quite important that we get across this one. But I think we're okay. We've got fixers on this side and the other side to help us, so and we've got lots of paperwork. This is our nemesis, the Libyan border. Because any other border, we've got a plan B that would allow us to make another travel arrangement to get around it, but not this one. This one would be naughty.
So here we are in Libya. We just got through the border.
We just found out that the Egyptian crossing could take 2 days.
Really? It was actually worse getting into Tunisia than it was into Libya. And now they're all saying, oh, you're going to Egypt.
We literally thought, right, we won't put the cameras on and take the cameras off the helmets and all that to go through the border. But that's the border down there, and we just stopped to put them back on right here in plain view of them all. How covert is that?
Any tourists in Libya have to be accompanied by a tourist police. And this is a guy from the media agency, Libyan media agency, to help us with our paperwork through checkpoints and so on.
This is Gaddafi country, can you fucking believe it?
Well done, Charlie. Here we are in Libya. Woo-hoo-hoo! We have to kind of stay a bit with the cars. We can ride along, but we're only allowed to go on this coast road because that was the plan. That was what we applied to do. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, it's like being blasted with a hairdryer.
A bit dusty, yeah. It's just the heat's unbelievable. You just said it was like someone opened the door of an oven, and it was exactly like that.
A fan-assisted oven.
You here to see the lights?
No, I'm here to see that famous Charlie Borman gladiator.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah,
about
yeah.
him?
He's not always cracked up,
Isn't
is
he?
Sherry for the missus.
Sherry, please.
That'll be 15 Roman shekels.
Shekels, there you go, mate. Cheers.
Wow, look at that. Oh my God, look at that.
Everywhere you look. It's just a big Roman city.
4,000 years
Well, how many years old is it then?
Well, 200 years BC is 2,200.
Anyway, they know what we mean. I mean,
We'll just have to post-sync that. So you just stand out a shot here, right? Ready? All of these Roman ruins are
2,000
years old. Amazing. You know, you think about those huge stages in London, like the...
None of them are this size, are they?
And then from here, of course. Oh yeah, you can hear it kind of ping back, can you? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
One Roman moon starts to look like another, you know what I mean? It's like join the dot.
Of course, we're taking the first left here into city centre. Thanks, Charlie, for keeping me in check there, mate. I told you that I spent 12 years learning how to read Arabic. And then about 6 months learning English.
Here we are, Tripoli, Libya, our first night in Libya.
Another short day.
Trouble is, we've got this boat to get in Egypt, the south of Egypt, to take us into the Sudan, like next Saturday, and it's Saturday night now, so we have to get through Libya and all of Egypt in 6 days, 5 days, because it takes at least a day to get through the Egyptian border. I don't know how we're going to do that, do you?
I wonder what the telly's like. Thank God that's not scratch and sniff TV because you'd all fucking turn over.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh well, hey ho.
Kick it! We're just leaving the hotel and we are going to see some sights and go camping tonight. Kind of mad place, really. There's cafes, there's beach life, and all sorts of stuff, you know? An amazing place, really. I mean, only 35,000 people a year come here for tourism, so it's relatively untouched.
Leptis Magna is by far the most touching and moving Roman ruins I've ever visited. It was 3.5 square kilometers of ancient city from 700 BC, 600 BC.
This arch was built on the two main streets of Leptis Magna, the Cado, which comes from the harbor of Leptis Magna and goes 44 Roman miles deep into the desert. Wow. Which costs nearly 65 kilometers.
Written on that Roman street in
Rome.
In Rome. We were lucky to ride our motorcycles down the Appian Way in Rome, and then there we were walking on these Roman roads today.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's, we call it the gate to Oya.
You could kind of sense what it might have been like. There was so much of it there.
Originally from Syria, right?
It was just absolutely breathtaking, and to see the city and to walk down the streets and to see these corners of the streets with little carvings.
And a winged penis of a human being.
We thought the tour guide had said something wrong, so Ewan and I were there sniggering away, like two school kids. And then he showed us this little plaque, and there was this flying penis warding off the evil eye.
The wall is original.
From
the 2nd century AD.
Bit of good luck. Okay.
I can say I've touched a winged penis from this
2nd century.
Open air swimming pool.
Swimming pool. Went to the place where there's marketplace and where all the shops were, right in the big sort of town hall area where these beautiful carvings were in marble. And I mean, all this marble came from Greece and from right across the other side of the Mediterranean. I mean, how they guys built this place is just, it is awe-inspiring. It is just an incredible place to go and see.
This is sauna or sweat bath. The floor of the sauna is up to this level.
The way that it was engineered was extraordinary. And I just thought it's not that different from our gym memberships and stuff. You know, we go and work out and then we go and sit in the sauna and then we go and sit in the steam room and we pay our membership. It's just the same deal. But this was happening 600-700 BC.
How the slaves?
Yeah. Just got a right good new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, there was flowing water underneath here. So as you did your business, it would just be washed away. And then there was running water through this trench, so that when you were finished your business, you could
scoop clean.
And you just hope the guys up there haven't double scooped, you know what I mean? Because when you go down here, he's done a double scoop, so you're picking up his. Anyway, you get the general idea. No double scooping.
It's always too far. I feel a bit sorry for Dave and Jimmy Simak because I think they so wanted to go there and they've missed out, really. Probably one of the greatest parts of the whole journey ever. My, just beautiful. Got to go. But if you're American, you've got no chance.
In a way, the fact that Dave's over in Egypt is probably a blessing in disguise, because he can maybe try and find us another boat, or certainly a boat that we could travel on would be better than sending the cars and the bikes off in one that we can't.
Finally get to see, eh? Look at that. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful ride this evening.
This is unusual. We've stopped in daylight.
Yeah.
We can relax.
So we camp up here, or where do you want to put the tents?
Yeah, we're here.
With some original bed end logs.
Yeah. I found that round the back of the hut.
Oh, did you? The bloke's going to want to put his bed together tomorrow.
We're having a bit of a crisis here in the old tent. It's all very well, but I'm slightly worried. I mean, we've got a massive ride tomorrow.
We'll go up for hours.
3:24 in the morning. Oh look, a tent peg. I don't know how we're gonna deal with 445 miles after not having slept a wink.
It's like a sandstorm in my tent, and it just got everywhere. And I've got sand in my crack of my arse.
I've spent all night just awake in this bloody wind. So. Stop in the morning, at least we can pack up and try and get the sand off everything, you know what I mean? Okay. Alright mate, see you in the morning. Just a bit shattered, yeah. Just a bit fed up, really.
I tell you, it was a real struggle getting here this time, wasn't it?
I'm determined that we're going to get over this little sad, unhappy hump that we've been having the last few days.
We hadn't spent that much time on the route, really, so I think we're paying for it now.
I've never seen anything like it. It's brilliant.
It's those moments, those slap-in-the-face moments, you know, when you suddenly realise where you are.
To me, it feels like an exercise in how long can we ride a bike for before someone has a crash.
Shit, down.
dhulkeena dabeecadiisa micnaa daadku خدو لبد